Hey guys, it's 12-inch PvPness with the final video for the guide. Excluding my library of matchups that's going to be coming up, and I suppose excluding the jungle video that I'm going to record after this, probably tomorrow. So it's not the final video. Okay, so this is Urgot as it applies to ranked. Okay, so I'm Urgot. I'm full build. I'm going to assume after reading the guide that you guys have a grasp on how to play early game. You Q your enemy a bunch of times. If you can find an ult, do it. Basically you're looking to see if you can get a solo kill, but if you can just skate by early game, you can just skate by. It's no problem. Right? So now it is, what do we do late game? When these towers start falling down, these towers start going, the whole map is in chaos. So let's pretend this is your average coin flip game. You got one lane winning, who knows if it's bot, one lane losing, who knows if it's mid, and your jungles, let's say they're doing even. Okay? Typical NA coin flip. So, your objective here is to pay attention to your GP. Okay, you're going to want to absorb some kind of pressure top lane or some kind of pressure bot lane, right? You always want to be one lane away from the fight. Because Urgot, let's take a look at this, folks. 375 movement speed. This is full build. You got tier 2 boots. You got 375 movement speed. If you're more than one lane away, unless your team is explicitly, unless you have comms to your team and you guys are in Discord, your team is yelling at you to be bot, you want to be one lane away because you are too slow. And teleport may just not cut it. Sometimes teleport isn't even what you need. You really need to be walking up. So you want to be applying pressure generally a lane away from your team. So if your team is playing topside for the Baron, you want to be playing mid lane. You don't want to be playing bot. Maybe like early mid game, before you guys start team fighting, you can start playing bot when you can 1v2. But the thing about Urgot is that he's so slow, and his ability to escape is so weak that he will get caught out. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If three people can jump on you, kill you quickly, and then run back top because not everybody's as slow as you, your team's in a pickle because you were playing reckless. Versus, if you're mid lane killing minions, you got gargoyles up the, you got gargoyles in the bank. They hop on you. You got, what's this? You have almost 7,000 HP. They're not gonna get you. Your team's gonna come in time if you're one lane away. Because your team's playing river or they're playing jungle, they have some kind of pressure on the map, assuming it's a coin flip game. Okay, so in ranked play, generally you should be playing either dragging a lot of pressure or playing just with the team so you can start picking people out with your ult. Right? You don't even necessarily have to land the fear, but Urgot plays a very, very slow game, almost explicitly around his ult. You have to wait for them to make the mistake. You are not the engage. You're not the primary engage. They either collapse on you and think they have a pick, but they don't because you have gargoyles, or they misstep. Your team starts poking them and you snipe them with the ult. You give them the good old 1-2. But that is how you have to play Urgot. You can't play him like you're sure, you have your E flash. Maybe every once in a while you can land it, right? It'll be a cool one-time flashy play, and then nobody on their team will ever fall for it again. Period. Right? Once they see it happen one time, they're not gonna sit next to you and be like, "Well, Urgot's never gonna have that kind of reach again." They know that it's gonna happen. Especially at higher elos, people are gonna know it's gonna happen from the start. So, as I said in my Pantheon guide, Pantheon's like playing a game of chess. This guy's more like you're a goalie, right? And you have to be wary because if the team gets past your defenders and is trying to score, that your whole job is to stop that from happening. So your TP needs to be on the ready. You need to be dragging pressure, trying to make your team have as simple and easy of a time as possible, either sieging, getting objectives, or pushing. You really don't want to be with your team until they're down at least one player. And even at that, you still want to be matching. You don't want to be moving forward or sieging because, you're going to eat skill shots. 375 MS, you're not, who you got running, If they turn on your team and your team feels like they're not strong enough, they start running away, you're not going to be able to catch them. Even your dash has a time before it goes off, So kind of a team fight champ, but you can't be the primary engage. You either have to be engaged upon, or you have to look for a pick as your team makes an engagement. Um, Past that, it's a lot of splitting, a lot of bullying in lane. Games aren't as long as they used to be. You're mostly looking to drag pressure on one side of the map, so your team can take a Drake, your team can take Herald, a Baron. Sometimes your team might be dicking around in jungle, right? And they're everybody's fighting over a buff because buffs are worth a lot, red buff, blue buff. So three people are here. You want to be mid or top, dragging pressure away. You want to make them think that they have to leave, and that's when you can collapse on them because they think they have to engage on you. Your main strength, because Urgot is not the strongest champ. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But your main strength is they don't know how to play against you, and you know how to play against them. In this case, for this champion, it is knowledge is power. So that is, this champion ranked. I play a lot of him on my stream. If you want to know more, personally, this is all I could probably tell you. With dummies and just a general explanation of how the game is going to be played. Uh, you're not going to roam mid tops. If you ever teleport, you're teleporting bot because they have a ward right here. And that's just how you're going to play. Play the game as slowly as you possibly can, and try to keep your team, try to keep everybody's mental well. Just try not to drop. You have to be the rock that your team can depend on top lane. If you're inting, game's probably screwed, right? Unless you somehow come back with the stopwatch play, something good to keep your team going. Because your team looks at Urgot, nobody plays Urgot. Your team looks at him and they go, man, he's doing bad. Yeah, they're all gonna tilt. So you need to either be doing even or well. And I think that's Urgot's strength in rank play is his consistency as a laner. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. This is for the Mobile Fire Guide. I appreciate you guys.